Welcome back, everyone, to the WordCamp LAX live show. I am Joey Dowd, your live show host and wrangler. I hope you had a great lunch, and thank you to Masij, I hope I got that right, for your presentation on Gutenberg blocks and Mike on connecting during COVID-19. Remember to head on over to the hallway Zoom room right now if you'd like to continue the conversation with them. And we got some tricks of the trade. So we got a couple new ones in. Switch this up. There we go. All right, so from our organizer, Sarah, my WordPress trick of the trade, use command line interface when migrating a site. Now, the format in here makes a lot more sense if you actually go to Sarah's tweet, because these are command line commands, which is a little bit over my head. I did not realize you could do command line stuff with WordPress. But if you do know that, I trust Sarah. So whatever Sarah says makes it a lot easier if you want to migrate a site and use the command line. My favorite part is that, and that's it. And that's how she ends it, with her command line interface. Also, I do like the additional hashtag of WordPress trick or treat. It is very on theme for Halloween. Other trick, WordPress trick we've got from one of our presenters, Meryl, who is offering a bit of a teaser with her trick. I'm a Turbo Magician, but I'm going to reveal the secret trick about captioning tomorrow. A little teaser for a talk tomorrow, but here's a hint. Captionings don't happen by themselves. Auto-craptions don't count, y'all. She's definitely correct. If you cannot completely rely on auto-captions unless you don't have a live captioner for your live show and you're relying on Facebook's live captions. Then I'm relying on Facebook's auto-captions right now. But obviously human is always better. AI only does so much. So thank you for those two tips. Next up, let's talk about, as my prompter jumps around. Oh yes, keep sending your tips. Tweet them out with the hashtag WCLAX. Quick update for our sponsors. A lot of the rooms are still open and happening. Specific event-wise, we have live trivia over at GoDaddy Pro, happening right now, 2 o'clock, so be sure to check them out. Speaking of sponsors, I am joined by Rodney Brazil from EasyWP. Hello, Rodney.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so why don't you tell us a bit about EasyWP?
Yeah, so EasyWP is optimized, managed WordPress hosting from Namecheap. It was designed, like our goal when we designed the product, was just to make it easy for people to be online with their new website in WordPress in just a few minutes. So everything that we do, all of the features that we continually develop are all towards getting you online faster and also keeping it really affordable. There's a mission from Namecheap in general that we want as many people as possible to be able to take their ideas and their products online. And my team believes that WordPress is the best way to do that. And so we designed EasyWP to make that happen.
That's awesome. I remember, I think in your email you said that, part of the goal is for bringing any business online. And that, now is that focused on e-commerce, or when you say any business, you really mean like any business to get a website?
Really,
get a presence?
yeah, any business, any idea. We have customers that publish their portfolios, they're photographers, and we also have, e-commerce customers, people who are lots and lots of freelancers love EasyWP because it's really easy to get any type of business online very, very quickly. The viewers here know that about WordPress, but we just try with our EasyWP hosting to make that even easier and faster. And we use advanced cloud technology to make sure that your site is stable and is always on. We have packages that include a free content delivery network, if that's something that you need for your business. So we really try to make it so that any type of business at all can use EasyWP.
That's
and be
excellent.
successful.
Yeah, so tell me a bit about what you have happening during the camp.
So what we have happening during camp, we have our EasyWP Turbo product for 99% off for the first month. So for 2 cents, if you sign up for the hosting, for Turbo hosting this weekend, for 2 cents, you can try out our hosting for the first month. And then, you can't have a website online without a domain. So we're also offering 20% off .com domains. And you do have to go, for that, you do have to go to our digital swag page from the sponsor hub and get the promo code that it only works this weekend, but you can get 20% off a .com domain. So for, I don't know, less than $10, you can have a website up today.
That's excellent. I mean, that's a great deal, especially if you're kind of maybe new to WordPress or looking to kind of dip your toe into WordPress. It seems like a good way to get started.
Absolutely.
Very low barrier. And yeah, I mean, you have to live up to your name of EasyWP, so that sounds pretty easy.
Right.
And yeah, so also tell me about, you have an ongoing idea competition. You want to tell me more about that?
We do. It's every single month. It's always active. We have a program called Powered by Namecheap. You can find a link to it on Namecheap.com or Google search, of course. But Powered by Namecheap, if you have an idea, whether that's an idea for a blog or a podcast or a business or an app, and you need resources that we sell to get your idea off the ground, whether that's website hosting, WordPress or otherwise, a domain name, security products, design products, anything that we sell, you can submit your idea, and then on a monthly basis, we award those services free for a year to multiple people every single month. So if you've got that idea and maybe you're just looking for a no-cost way to get that off the ground, and we have products at Namecheap that can help you with that, all you have to do is apply, and if you're selected, it's free for the first year.
That's excellent. Can you talk about any like the past winners or kind of some of the past ideas that have gotten support?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to remember the specifics of the project, but one of the projects we've supported has had to do, it was an AI competition that was sponsored through, like the team cultivated their ideas through a project with Johns Hopkins University.
Oh, cool.
And it had to do with, I think, voice recognition. There's details on the website, but that was the first one that we awarded, a full year of services to, so that they could get a website to promote their app up and running. They were developing, the app within that team, and then distributing it through the website that we helped support them for the first year. But there's been all kinds of ideas. There's been people that are just looking to be a local news source, and they had an idea for how to fill a gap for local news that was needed. They've been awarded the Powered by Namecheap funding for a year. I know those are general examples, but really anything anybody's can apply. It doesn't have to be nonprofit or for the greater good, but that definitely is something that we look for.
Yeah, then I mean those are excellent examples too, because they're so varied and different that it's a good example of any idea. You'll sort of look at any idea.
Well, Namecheap, we support online privacy and free access to the internet. That's something we believe in as a brand at Namecheap. And so, ideas that fall into that category are really a lot of what we're looking for with that Powered by Namecheap program.
That's excellent. So the theme of our camp is tricks of the trade. So do you have a WordPress trick or treat that you want to share?
I do, and my official role at Namecheap is I'm on the SEO team for EasyWP, and one of my favorite tricks in WordPress is to really use all of those built-in features that have really expanded quite substantially with Gutenberg for accessibility, because an accessible page or an accessible post is an SEO-friendly post. So all of those elements, like the excerpt, using alt text for all of your images, using correct header tag structure, all of those things make your pages more accessible to everyone. And in turn, that makes them clearer to search engines like Google who crawl your pages. And so not only do you increase the engagement that real people have with your content, but the search engines like it too, because those algorithms understand your content better as well. So anytime I'm publishing a new piece of content in WordPress, I always make sure to maximize every single accessibility function that's available.
Yeah, it's excellent. I mean, it's actually you bring that up too because a lot of accessibility has been getting a lot of attention, rightly so. And but a lot of it is not just accessible. Anything that's good practice for accessibility isn't just for people that need other ways to consume your content, but it's just also good practice overall, and it's just good general
Right.
captions. Meryl bringing up captions and stuff. It's not just for people who might need captions, but it's also just good overall user experience. Regardless of how you consume content.
Yeah. I watched a presentation at WordCamp US last year, so I guess it would have been 2019, there in person about accessibility. And she made a really good point that there's so many partial impairments that are common, such as people who, maybe they're not fully colorblind, but they're color sensitive. So practicing good contrast in your design is something that helps make your pages more accessible. And I thought that was a great point, that more people than you think need help processing the content on your pages. And so, really being aware of all of the things that are out there and all of the ways that you can keep your content appealing to those people is important. And again, the search engines need that too.
Exactly. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Rodney, for joining us. And be sure to check out EasyWP's booth over at the Sponsor Hub. So thanks again, Robbie. Wrapping up here, next up on track 1 on the development track, we have the database cleanup, prune legacy plugin, and theme cruft to free up resources. It's a bit of a mouthful, but head over and go check that out. If you want to go on the development track, on track 2 for design track, we have the care and feeding of your web designer. Always important to care and feed for your web designers. That wraps up this episode of the WordCamp LAX live show. Enjoy, and I'll see you back here at 3 p.m.